You know, sometimes a simple box score tells a story that's way more dramatic than any movie script. It's a story about pressure, about heart, about a giant and an underdog just clashing under the brightest lights. So, let's dive into the numbers and really uncover the story of this incredible SEC tournament matchup.
Okay, so let's set the scene. We're in Nashville, Tennessee. It's the SEC tournament, where every single possession matters because it's single elimination. You lose, your season could be over. The pressure is just immense. And for these two teams, well, the expectations couldn't have been more different coming in.
And you can see exactly why right here. I mean, just look at these conference records. On one side, you've got the LSU Tigers. They battled hard all season, but ended with a really tough 3-15 record. On the other side, the Kentucky Wildcats, a total powerhouse program, sitting at a solid 10-8. All signs, I mean everything, pointed to a routine win for the favorite. But this is March, and in March, routine just goes right out the window. Right, so despite what the record said, LSU did not come to Nashville to just roll over. No way. They came to fight. And for 40 minutes, they gave Kentucky everything they could handle, and then some, turning what could have been a blowout into an absolute dogfight.
You know, when your team's back is against the wall, you need a hero. You need somebody to rise to the occasion, to carry the team on their shoulders. And for LSU, that hero were number 3.
28. That's the number. Just let that sink in. 28 brilliant, hard-earned points from LSU's guard, M. Mackinnon. He was simply unstoppable, an offensive force that Kentucky just had no answer for, keeping his team's hopes alive with every single bucket.
And look, while McKinnon's 28 points were the big headline, he wasn't doing it alone. Nwoko delivered a massive double-double with 16 points and 11 rebounds. Jalen Reese was orchestrating the whole offense, putting up 10 points and 7 assists. So this was a true team effort, but it was absolutely sparked by one incredible individual performance.
And their effort? You could see it. They made a real push. Now yeah, Kentucky held the lead for most of the game, but LSU clawed their way to a 4-point lead at one point. That might seem small, but in a David versus Goliath matchup, taking the lead at all is a massive statement. It tells the favorite, hey, we are here and you are in for a real battle.
But here's the thing. This is what separates good teams from the great ones. How do you respond when the underdog punches you right in the mouth? Kentucky didn't panic, not for a second. They absorbed the blow, they trusted their game plan, and they just systematically went to work.
So Kentucky's answer to LSU's one-man fireworks show was simple: depth. They didn't need one player to score 28. Instead, they had 3 players step up in a huge way. You got Otega Oweh with 22, B. Garrison with 17, and Denzel Aberdeen with 16. That kind of balanced attack, it's just incredibly difficult to defend, and you could see it start to wear LSU down.
And it wasn't just about the points either. Oweh added 8 rebounds and 3 assists to his 22 points, a fantastic all-around game. But you gotta look at the efficiency of B. Garrison. 17 points on just 9 shots. That's just clinical. That is exactly how a favorite weathers the storm.
So, with both teams fighting this hard, where was the game actually won? In a close fight like this one, you have to look at the margins, the small things. That's where we find how the tiniest statistical edges really made all the difference in the world.
Now, if you just looked at field goal percentage, you'd probably call this game a statistical dead heat. I mean, LSU shot 49%. Kentucky shot 50%. From the floor, they were pretty much identical. So the game wasn't won or lost here.
But it might have been won right here, at the free throw line. Kentucky was calm, cool, and collected, hitting 79% of their shots. LSU, on the other hand, maybe feeling the pressure a bit, shot just 69%. That 10% gap, that's a handful of points. And in a single-digit game, that is absolutely massive.
And here's the other key margin: discipline. Kentucky turned the ball over only 5 times. LSU had 9 turnovers. See, think about it. That's 4 extra possessions Kentucky got, 4 fewer chances for LSU to score. When the margins are this thin, every single possession is gold, and Kentucky was just a little more careful with it.
Okay, so we have the stats, we see the small edges, but how did it all come together in those final, heart-pounding moments? Let's zoom in on the final 72 seconds. This is where champions are made.
Okay, here we go. 1 minute and 12 seconds on the clock. Kentucky's Otega Oweh hits a clutch jumper, pushing the lead to 7. But LSU doesn't quit. Jalen Reese drives, gets the layup. It's a 5-point game. Then, the crucial moment. A foul on Mackinnon sends Denzel Aberdeen to the line. With the game in his hands, he calmly sinks both. Ice water in his veins. That was the dagger.
And with that one sequence, the analytics pretty much confirmed what we all just saw on the court. ESPN's win probability just skyrocketed to 96.6% for Kentucky. I mean, the valiant effort from LSU made it feel like a toss-up for so long, but Kentucky's clutch execution sealed the deal with almost statistical certainty.
And so the final buzzer sounded. Kentucky 85, LSU 78. The favorite advanced, but man, not without an incredible fight from an underdog that left everything they had out there on the floor.
It really makes you wonder, right? LSU had the single best player on the court. They shot just as well as Kentucky from the field, but they fell short. So what is it? What turns a great effort into an actual victory? Is it the free throws, the turnovers, the depth? The numbers that tell a story, but the real answer is something champions prove in moments just like these.